Beneath the ever-changing sands of the Nile River Valley lies a civilization so remarkable it borders on the unbelievable. For more than 3,000 years, Egypt reigned as the mightiest empire on earth, led by god-kings who inspired unwavering devotion and raised monuments that continue to puzzle modern engineers. But how did a scattering of humble mud-brick villages evolve into a mighty empire that would ultimately outlast even Rome itself?
Today we're embarking on the complete saga of Egypt. From the mysterious pre-dynastic rulers to the final pharaoh who dared challenge Rome. This isn't just another history lesson. This is the story of humanity's greatest early achievement, told through the lens of absolute power, architectural miracles, and secrets that archaeologists are still uncovering in 2024. The story begins around 5000 BCE, when the Sahara Desert was still green and fertile. As climate change transformed the region into an arid wasteland, diverse tribes migrated toward the life-giving Nile River. These weren't primitive people. Archaeological evidence reveals sophisticated communities with advanced pottery, metalworking, and surprisingly complex burial practices that would later influence pharaonic traditions. But Egypt's true birth moment came around 3100 BCE with a figure shrouded in legend, Narmer, also known as Menes. This mysterious ruler achieved something unprecedented in human history. He unified Upper and Lower Egypt under a single crown, creating the world's first nation-state. The famous Narmer Palette, discovered in 1898, depicts this momentous unification with brutal clarity. We see the king striking down his enemies, establishing a template for pharaonic propaganda that would endure for millennia. What made Egyptian civilization unique wasn't just political unity, but their revolutionary concept of divine kingship. The pharaoh wasn't simply a ruler, he was literally considered a living god, the earthly incarnation of Horus. This wasn't metaphorical. Every Egyptian genuinely believed their king could command the Nile's floods, ensure successful harvests, and maintain cosmic order itself. This divine authority justified absolute power on a scale never before witnessed. The Old Kingdom period, spanning from 2686 to 2181 BCE, represents humanity's first golden age. During these 5 centuries, Egyptian civilization achieved technological and artistic heights that wouldn't be matched for thousands of years. But nothing symbolizes this achievement like the Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Pharaoh Khufu around 2580 BCE. Consider these mind-boggling facts. The Great Pyramid originally stood 481 feet tall, making it the world's tallest structure for over 3,800 years. It contains approximately 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing between 2 and 15 tons. The precision is extraordinary. The base is level to within just 2.1 centimeters, and the sides are aligned to cardinal directions with an accuracy of 3/60th of a degree. How did Bronze Age builders achieve such precision without modern instruments? Recent discoveries using cosmic ray imaging have revealed hidden chambers within the Great Pyramid, suggesting we still don't fully understand these monuments. But here's what we do know. Building the pyramids required mobilizing Egypt's entire economy. Tens of thousands of workers, fed by a vast agricultural surplus, labored for decades. This represents humanity's first mega-project, demonstrating organizational capabilities that rival modern corporations. The pyramid builders weren't slaves, as Hollywood suggests, but skilled craftsmen and seasonal workers. Recent excavations of worker villages reveal that pyramid builders were well-fed, receiving meat daily, and receiving proper medical care. Graffiti left by work gangs shows pride in their construction, with teams competing against each other and leaving messages like "Friends of Khufu" and "Drunkards of Menkaure." However, Egypt's power wasn't built solely on monuments. The pharaohs created history's first centralized bureaucracy, with detailed records tracking everything from tax collection to military campaigns. The Rosetta Stone, which unlocked hieroglyphic writing, was actually a tax decree, demonstrating the administrative sophistication underlying Egyptian power. The Middle Kingdom, from 2055 to 1650 BCE, saw Egypt expand its influence far beyond the Nile Valley. Pharaohs like Senusret III pushed Egyptian borders into Nubia, securing gold mines that would fund Egyptian power for centuries. Egyptian merchants established trading networks reaching Mesopotamia, the Aegean, and deep into Africa. Luxury goods flowed into Egypt: cedar wood from Lebanon, lapis lazuli from Afghanistan, ivory from Nubia, and silver from Anatolia. But Egypt's greatest challenge came during the Second Intermediate Period, when foreign rulers called the Hyksos conquered Lower Egypt. For the first time in a millennium, native Egyptian pharaohs didn't control their entire kingdom. This humiliation sparked a revolution in Egyptian military technology and strategy. The Hyksos introduced horse-drawn chariots, composite bows, and bronze weapons, technologies the Egyptians quickly adopted and improved. The New Kingdom, from 1550 to 1077 BCE, represents Egypt's imperial age. Pharaohs like Thutmose III and Ramses II expanded Egyptian control from modern-day Sudan to Syria, creating an empire that controlled crucial trade routes and vast wealth. Egyptian armies, equipped with cutting-edge military technology, became the ancient world's dominant force. Hatshepsut, one of history's most successful female rulers, demonstrates Egyptian civilization's remarkable adaptability. Officially pharaoh for 22 years, she focused on trade and construction rather than conquest, building the magnificent temple at Deir el-Bahri and organizing trading expeditions to the mysterious land of Punt. Her reign was so successful that later pharaohs attempted to erase her from historical records, threatened by the precedent of effective female leadership. Akhenaten represents Egypt's most radical experiment. This pharaoh abandoned traditional Egyptian religion, establishing a monotheistic cult centered on the sun god Aten. He built a new capital city, Akhetaten, and created a distinctive artistic style emphasizing naturalistic representation over formal Egyptian conventions. Though his religious revolution died with him, Akhenaten's reign demonstrates the pharaoh's absolute authority to reshape Egyptian society. His son, Tutankhamun, died young but achieved immortality through archaeology. Howard Carter's 1922 discovery of his intact tomb revealed the incredible wealth of Egyptian royalty. The tomb contained over 5,000 objects, including the famous golden burial mask, demonstrating craftsmanship that remains unsurpassed. Egypt's decline came gradually, weakened by invasions from sea peoples, economic difficulties, and internal conflicts. The last native pharaoh, Nectanebo II, fled Egypt in 343 BCE as Persian armies conquered the kingdom. Alexander the Great's conquest in 332 BCE ended Egyptian independence forever, though Ptolemaic rulers maintained pharaonic traditions until Cleopatra VII's death in 30 BCE. But Egypt's legacy transcends political power. Egyptian innovations in medicine, mathematics, engineering, and administration influenced Greek, Roman, and Islamic civilizations. Modern democracy, monumental architecture, and centralized government all trace roots to Egyptian precedents. Today, as we decode Egyptian hieroglyphs with artificial intelligence and explore hidden chambers with particle physics, we're still uncovering secrets of this remarkable civilization. Egypt reminds us that human achievement has no limits when vision, organization, and determination align under powerful leadership. The pharaoh's Egypt wasn't just an ancient kingdom. It was humanity's first attempt at greatness. A civilization that proved human potential extends far beyond mere survival. Their monuments still inspire us, their stories still captivate us, and their achievements still challenge us to reach higher.